fine. I'm just getting the cuck.
He's getting the cuck chair.
Is he sitting in the cuck chair?
He's it's dented.
Oh.
Oh. That thing is so fucking filthy.
We can't cuck. We can't cut the retrieval of the cuck chair.
We can't cuck.
We can't cuck the cuck chair.
Jesse, we can't.
The chair is fallen, just like the
Help.
towers.
He's fallen, just like the airplanes.
He's fallen and he can't get back up.
We're good, I think. Wait, I think I can.
Hello, everyone, and
Hello.
welcome to the Chair Managers
Welcome to Cuck
Podcast.
Chair Gaming. I'm
I
Cuck,
am
and
Chair.
I'm in chair. Jesus Christ.
For those of you just tuning in, Trevor retrieved a broken chair from outside and is currently trying to sit on it.
He's not trying. He's wrestling with it in the
It's
attempt.
fine. I'm making it work. It's only got 3 legs.
Anyway,
It's okay. Paraplegics deserve to be chairs too.
That's not.
I don't think you'll ever see that on a coffee mug.
Do you think we could put this chair in a wheelchair, or would that be like offensive to chair kind?
Put the
I
chair
don't know if
inside of
that's
a wheelchair.
offensive to chairs or like sex.
I'm talking about people.
Do you think chairs have emotions?
No.
If I'm being charitable, I do.
Yeah, ban this guy. Jamie, get the torture weapon. Oh wait, we're like actually recording, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I even
Oh,
said
okay.
the intro. I said, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chair
I just had
Managers
to confirm,
Podcast."
I went out to go grab the cuck chair. You know.
Every time I said the intro so far, you've been the one interrupting my ass.
Oh no, it's good. This is part of the bit. I do it every time like this.
Welcome to the Chair Managers Podcast.
I'm in
Chair.
the cuck chair.
Cool. We got there.
I'm chair. He's the manager, and you can talk to the manager.
No, I'm the jur. He's the manage.
Dude, this chair's fucking me like a certain individual. Hey, who just walked out of jail?
Oh my
Let's talk
god.
about Diddy.
Meep. That was a smooth ass segue.
I know.
That wasn't even a set.
Cuck Chair Gaming is recording from down here.
The mic isn't picking you up, man.
Cuck Gaming!
You snapped off one of the. It's now the cuck chair is now dead.
No, it's not.
You snapped one of its legs.
Trevor, I've seen pro wrestling chairs less beat up than that. Can you use an actual chair?
It falls over before you can even sit down in it.
I promise I can make it work. There we go. Okay, I'm back.
All right, so Diddy is walking out of prison.
Yes, he is.
Spence, you were our research guy for this topic. Did you want to?
You want to assist us here?
Nope.
I'm curious
what's the
as
story?
to how that court case specifically went.
Yeah, how the hell did that happen?
I'm
Walk us through
curious.
it.
Spence,
Hmm.
please enlighten us.
Well,
The
let
crowd,
me
too.
see here.
The cuck chair is almost stable.
It's because he's balancing in one of the corners.
Wait.
So, shall we call him Sean or Diddy?
Diddy.
Did he do it?
I don't know.
Gag.
Allegedly, he diddied.
Nerd emoji.
Di-
Allegedly.
He did Diddy, found guilty of both counts of transportation to engage in prostitution.
So
That's it. Instead of the
Diddy diddle with his diddies.
instead of the felony
I don't know
racketeering,
what that
the
means, bro.
sex trafficking, the 2 counts of sex trafficking, all of those came back not guilty. However, the transportation, both of them were guilty.
So they stuck the transportation, but not like the actual trade.
That's
Yeah.
the definition of getting slapped on the wrist. Holy
What the
shit.
fuck?
How did he
That's
swing
wild.
that? How many judges do you think he bribed, allegedly, in Minecraft?
He's got a lot of money.
I have no idea.
Damn.
I just read the news.
The irony. Do you think he paid them
And I
off
don't
with
even
the
read the
sex
news.
trafficking money?
No, I think he traded baby oil for his freedom.
No, see how they got it. How they got it worded. He was actually doing Uber,
He was doing Uber. Uber prostitution?
allegedly.
That's wild.
What? I'm baffled, honestly.
It brings a new term to Uber Eats.
But
I'm not well researched in this yet. That's why I asked for the research. But I gotta
Anyway.
like watch something about this.
So-
some guy was freaky hell, and instead of ordering Diddy's Uber Eats, he ordered Diddy's Uber Feets.
He scrolled down to the special menu. You know what? I think Diddy should have gotten the chair. The cuck gaming chair.
So the jury did not
Honestly,
believe
bad.
that the sex trafficking was cohesive, said the retired New York Police Department inspector. They seemed to believe the relationship was genuine and or transactional. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's transactional, isn't that still prostitution? If there's being a transaction?
I think there's a gray area, because like a gold digger.
Is that kind of like that area where
Well,
it's not illegal if you record it because you're making a porno?
Well, they can also just go about it by saying, "Hey, I want to have sex with you," and then after the sex, they're like, "Oh, hey, that was very nice. I'm going to give you a gift of exactly this amount of
give
currency."
you a dick.
Well, he gives the dick and then he gives the gay. You know?
No, I don't know. Please elaborate.
No.
Well,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like not all transactional sex is considered prostitution, I don't think. Like, if you're with someone who's just with you for your money and like you, I don't know, buy them like jewelry or some shit, that there's nothing illegal about that. That's just free
Sugar
agents.
daddies are a very legal thing. They have been for like ever.
At least since the founding of the country, and that's what matters when you're talking about the law.
Oh yeah, and the sentencing is until October,
Damn. So he's probably gonna walk.
probably.
That's right.
You know, that's
He's
wild
probably
to me.
walking, at
Like,
least right now.
I feel like most courts of law, you should
I'm
be.
gonna scoot up a little bit.
There you go.
There we go. I'm closer to the mic now.
Cuck
Anyway,
chair gaming is closer to the
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah, that's my official gamer tag now.
Oh boy.
that's your YouTube handle. There you go.
What kind of gaming does cuck chair gaming do?
Do you want me to do some live research, or do we want to talk about the Diddy thing some more?
Well, let's talk about the Diddy thing some more. I'll ponder it.
All right.
Oh yeah, and that's where it was. Okay. I feel like in any court of law, it shouldn't take you months for the sentencing.
It
It
is
kind of
outlined in the
does.
Constitution that you're entitled to a quick trial among your peers. But I guess
But who's to say how quick is quick?
yeah, it is subjective.
I'm annoyed that that's where we are right now.
Also, you can like
All-
retrial.
Is that it's all
You can
subjective.
go for more trials. It gets delayed even more because you have to schedule a bunch of people, very important people, at the same time.
I mean, back when OJ was being convicted of totally not killing his wife, there was
Statistically speaking.
like the jurors were jurors for 2 years, I think. It was some wild amount.
Well, yeah, because he was out looking for the real killer,
Yeah,
speeding down that LA freeway.
it's rough. It must be really hard to find mirrors in LA.
For those of you at home, Trevor is
He's
now
saying
wielding
hi.
the chair's broken leg.
The leg broke off and now it's an arm. He's evolving.
The chair
He's
now
like the
has an
Animorphs we
arm.
were talking about earlier. This is his midway form.
It's
Oh,
still
boy.
slightly connected.
Boy turns into chair.
So now it is an arm of the chair instead of a leg. It's been upgraded, sort of.
Upgrade.
It's evolving, but backwards.
It's an interesting
It's
choice
evol-
of words, my friend. All right, I'll put the leg away.
It's gonna remember that when AI takes over.
This does kind of feel like a topic we'll have to update ourselves like a couple months into the future with, because like right now
What-
we just kind of know that he didn't really get accused of much, and even what he did get accused of, he's gonna have to wait months to face any repercussions of.
I still feel like it's gonna be majorly just swept under the rug.
Yeah,
as
which
per
is
the-
rough because like allegedly he
Statistically.
like recorded celebrities that had been like drugged up having sex with
Oh
prostitutes
yeah, the Diddy parties.
to like use it as blackmail for a bunch of money and stuff. And that's
The judge will be like, "Bap, bap, I sentenced you to a 15-minute shower." No.
6 months of community service.
No more playing League of Legends. No.
Not a lifetime ban from League, anything but that.
Do you think Diddy's a League player?
No.
Do you think he could be?
Diddy strikes me more as a
CSGO.
a peeping dorm manager kind of gamer.
Damn, oddly specific.
It's almost like someone plays it on Steam, and every time I'm
Main profile, not hiding, don't care. You know I'm busy. Anyways, what's the next topic?
Well, it's the
Cherry says hi.
Well, it's the segue that you wanted,
yeah,
Trevor.
for almost a year now. Every time we record, Trevor has had this specific
Oh my God.
topic in mind.
Yes.
He's wanted to talk about this for so long, and we're
Is
always telling
finally
him
the episode.
it's inappropriate to bring up and kind of gross and not something we want to talk about on the podcast.
Oh,
but
it's
today,
absolutely something we want to talk
today,
I wanna talk
finally,
about it.
we broke down. Trevor, would you like to explain to us what this several-month forbidden topic is?
Fellas, I've got quite the conundrum on my hands. You see, there's this concept that when a celebrity interacts with a variety of objects, it, most of the time, increases the value of said item to some degree, perhaps exponentially. Bathwater, socks, undergarments in general.
That cuck chair you're sitting on?
The cuck chair, if
random
Diddy
napkin
sat
from
on
a
this,
restaurant.
it'd be like worth at least $50.
Do you really think so?
Yeah! Which is
the
what I'm
broken
getting
folding
to.
chair from a
Listen,
Diddy freak party.
Epstein, we can all agree, was a really bad guy. But-
Really?
Who? Who?
Epstein?
Yeah.
Epstein's a bad
I
That's
thought-
guy?
the
I
segue,
thought
you
we
know,
were- I
Epstein
thought we
and
were
Diddy
talking
were
about
like,
Diddy.
you know,
Were they?
they were like Bonnie and Clyde. Which one's Bonnie, though? Anyways,
He's the purple one with ears.
that's screen grab. Oh my god. Look,
I'm sorry, I'll see my way out now.
Epstein touched a lot of things in his time. Objects, specifically.
Objects? Trevor, that is offensive language.
We are analyzing what objects are worth more or less based off of Epstein's interaction with said item.
I thought you were going to talk about Diddy, too. Like,
Did he? I mean,
Like-
we could do that too if you want. I was focused on Epstein.
like when you posed this topic, you were like, okay, so if I had like a car and like Diddy had owned the car before me, would
Let's
it be
talk
worth
about
more
Epstein.
or less? And then you said, or would it be worth more or less if it was Epstein that owned the car before me?
I thought
See,
the original...
we could go over Diddy, but right now we're going over Epstein. Okay, get ready for this.
I thought the first one was Bo Cosby.
Number one. Number one. Used socks. Yay or nay? Higher or lower?
What kind of used are we talking here?
We're talking like they were on his feet.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Epstein had other options if he really wanted to clean up. I don't think he needed
They're on
to
his
use
feet.
the
I'm talking
socks.
about him using socks like normal socks, you dingus. Are they worth more than normal socks or less than normal socks? They have sweaty Epstein gunk on them.
Were they the ones from his prison cell?
Sure.
Because then I definitely
Epstein's
think that they're
last
probably worth
socks,
more.
1 of 1, limited edition.
I think they're worth less.
I think they're worth less. Why?
I think they got incinerated along with the rest of the stuff he
Well,
was wearing.
hypothetically, if they're still in existence,
If there were still undamaged Epstein corpse socks
I mean,
in
definitely
circulation,
not untouched because they've been on his feet.
right?
But they're worth more. They're socks, dude.
I don't think anyone is paying for the Epstein socks. What kind of collector collects Epstein socks?
There's some freaky ass motherfuckers
Now-
on the internet.
Let's move on to the next item, and this one I have a differing opinion on. His private jet. Less value. No one wants to get on the pedo plane. No one wants to buy the pedo plane.
I can't believe we're having this conversation.
You said I'm allowed to talk about it. We're
That's
here.
fair. No one wants the pedo plane.
It's a good thing we're explicit.
Less.
I mean,
They might cut 30% off of the value.
listen, they can't make the pedo plane too cheap. Otherwise, it's gonna hit one of the towers.
We can't do this, man. Cuck Chair Gaming does not support terrorism.
I also don't support terrorism. I'm just saying we
Okay.
can't have a discount plane on the market.
Hold on. Complimentary Mania does not condone or approve of any pedophilia and or terrorism. Thank you. Thank you.
Trevor, the mic is picking up the chair noises. If you'd please stop.
He's talking to me.
Such a fucking train
Look.
wreck.
No, it's a plane crash.
It's episode 30. That's a reference. Okay, let's move on. All right.
So wait, okay, hold on. Pedo plane, low value.
Low value. I mean, not like low overall, but lower than your average private jet.
Okay. I'm with you, but for a different reason. I think people don't want to risk having STDs on their PJs.
That's
I mean,
fair.
to be fair, you could probably argue that with any private jet.
And that's why rich people buy them new. It's like underwear. You don't buy used underwear.
Hear me out.
Well, yeah, but underwear don't cost like a couple $1 million per pair.
Next item at the auction. The Cuck Chair Gaming auction.
Where's the exit to this auction? I don't want to be here.
It's like FNAF bear doors. They don't open up until I say so.
Okay.
Table. Dining table. Used.
Uh,
More or less? Discuss, gentlemen.
The Epstein dining table.
Can you elaborate on the term used?
All
There's
we know
scratches
is it
on
belonged to Epstein.
Yeah, it
There's-
belongs to Epstein. There's some scratches on it.
There's no... Okay. Just scratches?
Yeah, there's actually like a blanket over in this hypothetical, of course. Picture that we're in an auction house and Cuck Chair Gaming
Yeah.
is, like trying to talk you into buying this item. It's a table that's underneath a cloak, and all I'm telling you is it's Epstein's. More or less?
Less.
Less? You think less. Why?
I'm under the... Stop playing with the damn arm.
Hey, Trevor,
What?
can you look up the vehicle of a 2018 Bentley?
My phone's
The
upstairs.
what?
Spence, could you look up the value of a 2018 Bentley?
In the auction house, hypothetically speaking.
For the record, I
What
think
kind of Bentley?
it just says 2018 Bentley.
Because there's a couple different Bentleys.
It's okay, you clap.
I'm going to go under the assumption that it's a Continental GT.
Okay. We're going to clap in now. Please stop molesting the chair, okay?
Okay.
So the price point for a 2018, it's non-specific on what model. So I'm going under the assumption it's a Bentley Continental GT. So it is roughly MSRP is $350,000. However, current pre-owned on eBay is $159,000.
Damn,
Huh.
that's low. But it's not Epstein.
Well, hold on. Epstein's 2018 Bentley, as per the internet, sold for $195,000.
It's okay.
I had a
There we
stroke.
go.
Chair?
It is the chair.
Sorry,
Your fucking
distracting.
chair arm going up and down is distracting me.
I'm sorry, it's my friend. Look,
So it's
it's
sold-
less.
$195,000. It's
To be
less.
fair, it's a car. Cars depreciate like a rock.
Yeah, it depreciated in value. His other vehicle, a 2019 Mercedes-Benz, sold for $133,000. Which I think is also lower. Also, there was an auction held for his little black book containing names and contact information.
Oh, that's fake. There's no
Um,
way they just sell that.
Well, apparently it went on auction and failed to sell at a starting bid of $35,000 and hasn't been resold since.
Yeah, because I don't think that's his actual black book.
Yeah, there's no way.
I guess that's
There's no way, dude.
why no one is buying it. Maybe it's been like blacked out by like the people who investigated
probably-
it.
Like,
Probably
it's
what it,
fucking
you open it up
FBI.
and it's all just black paint.
Oh,
That's
yes.
it.
Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. I love paint.
I wouldn't trust a crinkly paper from Jeffrey Epstein.
What if it's black?
I still wouldn't trust it.
I don't know. Okay, anyways, the dining table. Used.
Lower.
I'm gonna say less. I don't think there's anyone collecting Epstein memorabilia. Otherwise,
Let
his
alone
cars
his
would
dining
have
table.
gone like up in value. They would have had like, you know how Elvis's cars are like super expensive? It would have had that effect. But
Right.
because no one's cherishing the memory of
Well,
world-renowned
yeah,
pedophile
no one's-
Jeffrey Epstein, no one is paying a premium on his possessions.
Yeah, overall, I don't think so. But his undergarments, they have to fetch some sort of premium online. There's some absolutely devastating freaks out there.
I don't think
that have
it,
to be
I
buying
don't
that
think
stuff
he's
up.
that kind of famous. Trevor, please
so-
stop banging the cuck chair.
I'm using his fucking devastated leg as a like a cane. Look, man, I'm trying to keep stable. It wants to lean this way, and I've already fallen twice, so.
All right. Well, the first, before editing 20 or so minutes of this podcast episode have been 9/11 jokes talking about Jeffrey Epstein's
Diddy.
And pedo planes.
splooges, pedo planes,
And me destroying a
Diddy,
chair.
and you destroyed a chair.
Yeah, classic.
Classic.
No, I would expect
What you got next?
nothing less.
Spence wanted to talk about pirates. I just have the word
Oh.
pirate
Oh,
sona.
you know,
So we have a confession, ladies and gentlemen. Well, okay, I'm not.
Don't confess to piracy. It's an actual crime.
No,
you wouldn't
not-
download a car, would you?
No, but the thing
Well-
is, we're not actually in anywhere at the moment. We're actually out in the middle of the sea right now
if car meant big titty Skyrim mods.
on a
Yes.
comically designed pirate ship using Starlink to upload our episodes.
Yeah, we're actually referred to as the demonic bussy pirates.
No, that's just
no,
you.
that's just you.
Well, my old crew was the demonic bussy pirates, but they've been slain by, like, the cops.
All right. What were we talking about?
Oh, the
Pirate
demonic
sonas.
bussy pirates.
'Kay.
How the cops
Shut
vanquished
the fuck
all
up.
of us.
We can't talk.
I can say the cops killed them. What's wrong with that?
Can he say that?
Yes, I can say
I
that.
don't think he
The
can.
demonic bussy pirates. What's wrong with that? It's not racist.
I'm just gonna add this right now. Complimentary Mania does not does not condone piracy of any kind.
Unless
not-
it's the demonic bussy kind.
We are not pirates.
You know, after all,
we are.
we're
just comical
recruiting.
pirates.
We're recruiting because all the demonic bussy pirates except for myself were killed by the cops.
There you fucking go. See, even the chair disagrees with you.
That was one joke too many for the cuck chair, everyone at home.
It broke the other leg. It's got arms now. It's a man. Behold, it's bipedal and featherless. It is a man.
Oh my god, it's got legs.
Trevor, you're
It's got arms.
Hold on. Would you like to say something to the crowd? It's clapping.
Trevor, your demonic pirate bussy was too much for the chair.
What can I say? There's a reason why I was the only one that survived.
What did the cops do to you?
Well, we're demonic bussy pirates. What do you think they did?
I don't know.
They
asked-
captured all of us and hung us, except for me. Because my bussy was too much.
No, they just captured him and asked him if they wanted to buy a sock.
And I guess you guys were the next best crew.
Epstein sock.
Yeah, actually, they unbagged our heads, and we were all sitting in an auction room.
What the fuck is this topic? Spence, what the fuck is this topic?
All he said was pirates, and that got me on to my
No,
backstory.
I was talking about how we're just on a pirate ship out in the middle of the sea, uploading our podcast through a Starlink.
Yeah,
That
our
was
mics
it.
are actually made out of
Coconuts.
sticks and coconuts.
Yeah. Surprisingly, you get
That's why the
decent
cuck
quality.
chair fell apart.
The cook chair
Rogue-
was being held together by
Rogue wave.
scrap sheets of metal.
Rogue Wave.
Rogue Wave.
You will be remembered. Cuck chair gaming. I'm now a demonic bussy pirate. I've moved on in career.
Oh, this has been one of the topics ever.
This has been one of the fucking episodes ever.
I feel like
What are your pirate personas? I've already explained myself.
He's already a bussy pirate, Tommy.
Well, my first name is Cuck, and my last name is Gaming.
Your
Is your
parents
middle-
fucking
is your
hated
middle
you.
name
I picked
Chair?
that up later. That's what the demonic bussy pirates called me. I traveled across the great seas, and once I lost all my crew, I drifted on a piece of driftwood out to you guys, and I guess you're all right. Spence,
No.
what's your pirate persona?
What?
Yeah, what's your pirate persona? Who are you? We're on a pirate ship.
My name is Scrubs.
All right. We got Cuck Gaming and Scrubs.
So, when I was kind of young, I went on a extended camping trip with my aunt and uncle, and there were a bunch of people camping there. One of them was a group of they referred to themselves as pirates and acted like pirates, and they'd give kids little name tags sometimes. It was really rare that they'd do it because they only had like a few to hand out, and there were a lot of people. But I got lucky enough. I got my own pirate name, and from that point forward, I've been known as Little Shipwreck.
Oh. It's like tragic.
Damn.
But it also goes kind of hard. You have a pretty good backstory.
That's better than being called Little Pedo Plane.
Or Cuck Gaming.
Don't make fun of iDubbbz like that. He'll find us.
Why doesn't he change his gaming channel name to that? That'd be awesome, dude.
Dude, that'd be based as fuck.
Well, that's splendid.
That's really it.
Wow. So we haven't had a single serious topic this episode. It's been
on
vaguely
point.
Epstein, Diddy, pirate-related shit.
It's
Okay, well,
on
we're
point.
on the pirate ship. The ship's rocking. We're gonna rock into the next subject.
Oh,
Which is
dude.
My God. The
warrant?
cuck chair fell off the deck. Oh, no. Wait.
oh great heavens.
Oh, great heavens.
Oh, my God. Guys, it fell off the deck. Yar.
I didn't know the ocean made a slightly concrete with padded flooring sound.
It's hard right now.
Stop talking about the Diddy parties. You're making the
talking
cuck
about
chair
the
hard.
ocean.
What's our next topic?
Okay, well, everyone, I'd like to potentially spend
Please.
the next 15 or so minutes of your time. I wanted to talk about mysteries in power scaling. Because people are always talking about, like, planet tier, town tier, like, galaxy tier. They're trying to power scale, like, the raw destructive potential of characters against one another. And that's cool if you're into that kind of thing, but it's also
doesn't encompass characters very well.
Yeah.
It's not very broad.
it's kind of fucking lame,
Yar.
right? Like everyone gets sick of it after
Yar.
a while. Either One Punch Man always wins, Goku always wins, or some trans-dimensional being from fucking Fate
Uncle
Order
Grandpa.
wins, or Uncle Grandpa because of Toon Force, right? It's hackneyed, it's boring, it's happened a lot. We've played it out. Death Battle made a whole career over it on YouTube. So I wanted to talk today specifically about which mysteries scale the best with other characters.
Mysteries?
Mysteries. My idea for this was that Columbo and the Scooby-Doo gang could totally solve the Kira case in like no time flat.
To be fair, L could have. They just wrote him bad at
Well-
the end.
Well, no, L couldn't because he had to completely win with like proper evidence and shit. But like the Mystery Gang rocks up, right?
Who's L?
In Death Note.
L is the pseudo antagonist,
Never-
not really.
never
Light
watched it.
Yagami is cringe.
You-
Ah,
you
hell.
You never watched Death Note?
No.
Basically, there's two characters.
You're not a
There's a
real
note
demonic
that's
pussy
death.
pirate.
Okay, there are two characters to summarize briefly for the people at home as well.
L and Death Note.
No, there's
Mr. Death Note.
Isn't that the demon thing, Mr. Death Note?
He was part of the demonic pussy pirates. He was actually our cook.
Sorry, please continue.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a cat and mouse game. This high school student who's got a super high IQ picks up a note, and any name he writes in it will
Nerd
kill
emoji.
someone.
Mm-hmm.
And this super smart, like, crime-solving prodigy is like, fuck, I gotta figure out how these people are dying. So he rocks up to Japan because it's an anime, and of course it's happening in Japan. And he tries to figure out who's killing these people and how. And it's a mystery. The entire anime is a cat and mouse between the two, except for when it gets bad in the second season.
Yeah.
It's really funny because you can imagine other like detective characters solving it really quickly. Like, for instance, the reason I brought up the Mystery Gang is because I think it's really funny. One of the rules in the Death Note specifically states that it has to be a human. So
Scooby-Doo
even
is
if
immortal.
the entire Scooby-Doo gang gets murked
He
by the
just
Death
can't
Note,
die.
it doesn't matter how many times he writes Scooby-Doo the dog in the Death Note. Scooby's coming for him. Or like Batman's secret identity.
Oh, true.
Like, I
Could he
think,
write Batman then on the Death Note? Would Batman die?
well, it has to be their first and last name, and you have to be thinking about the person's
Bat
face.
and Man.
You need to be.
You have to have seen their face before.
Yeah, and you
Oh.
need to be thinking about them when you write it.
Thinking of you, XOXO.
That's how it goes.
I
Not
didn't
really.
specifically
Really?
want to talk about
No.
just
Oh.
the Death Note thing, just like mysteries that scale and like weird interactions, right? Like, it's really easy for me to imagine Batman's secret identity being discovered by fucking Perry the Platypus, right? Like, I don't
Hmm.
think Bruce Wayne's secret identity scales very well to any other universe as a compelling mystery. It doesn't even really scale well in DC
That
because
leaves me thinking. I'm just trying to come up with some interesting interaction right now. You go ahead. You keep cooking over there.
Well,
I'm working up a stew.
in DC, a bunch
Mr.
of like
Death Note.
street tier Batman villains almost come to like figuring out Bruce Wayne as Batman, but Joker fucking kills them, and it's implied he does this a lot because he wants to keep
Yeah,
the game alive.
He's got it. Yeah. Joker's incomplete without him.
Yeah.
He says it in the movie.
Yeah, so like
Which
If-
one?
all of them.
Yeah.
Batman Ninja?
Yes, he does say that in Batman Ninja right before the mech fight.
With the monkeys?
Yeah, and the bats.
No, it was made out of monkeys.
It was also made out of bats. Remember, there was like the bat flute that Batman played, and bats flew out and merged with the monkey swarm, and the two of them
I think I
fought.
repressed that memory.
And the two of them fought in the vaguely transformer-shaped mechs.
No,
Joker's was made out of like houses.
Yeah. With John Core.
Batman Ninja was an acid trip. You know the sequel to that came out this year?
There was this.
I got
They
it.
had the balls to make a sequel.
They did.
I got it. I don't remember the SCP's exact number, but like it's the one with the elongated face and it's like white, and if you look at its face, it tries to kill you, and it's like it has supernatural strength and giant claws.
Mhm.
That versus a blind guy. How considerate is the SCP of the blind guy's disability? Is the blind guy like really looking at him? Can he perceive his face? How does the SCP
So
read
you're
that?
saying Daredevil no diffs.
Yes, Daredevil beats that SCP. I think it's SCP 82, 76, something like that.
That's really funny.
Yeah, Daredevil no diffs. Anyone that's blind, no diffs.
Oh, the Winchester brothers from Supernatural,
Uh-huh.
they would solve Five Nights at Freddy's in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's really funny though, right? Like mystery power scaling, it's like, oh well, I guess some kid died and the suits are coming alive.
Do you
Should
think
we
L
like
could
burn the
survive
suits?
Five Nights at Freddy's?
I bet he could, because L is fueled almost entirely on like sugar rushes and not sleeping well at night.
Yeah, he's in a zone. It's 12 to 6. I mean, that's basically his most active hours.
I know, and there's like candy around because it's a kid's attraction in the day. So
Oh my god, he's unstoppable. He has the candy and it's late at night.
I don't think
That's crazy, man.
I don't think Freddy Fazbear can stand up to
Not
L.
even Swing Twap.
Not even Spring Twat.
Widowy.
Spence, what's a funny mystery power scaling thing? Like a compelling plot or mystery in another universe that really loses hard when it interacts with something from another world.
I think Scrappy as Monovarius during the live action Scooby Doo
Mhm.
with Inspector Gadget.
So like
Huh?
Inspector Gadget would figure out that Scrappy's behind it immediately.
Yes.
Hey, I heard you're pretty strong. Go Gadget murder Goku.
Go
That's all he has
gadget
to
gun.
do. Murder, insert character, and then they die.
You know, Inspector Gadget really does no diff a lot of compelling mysteries.
Does he beat Uncle Grandpa?
Well,
No, because
different
Uncle
power
Grandpa's
scale.
got
It's a different power
two
scaling.
force.
Uncle
Yeah,
Grandpa's
we're
not.
going back to the destructive force thing.
Uncle
My
Grandpa's
bad.
not a mystery. However, if you put Inspector Gadget in the Batman Beyond show, you know, the futuristic Batman
Yeah.
show,
Yes.
Inspector Gadget takes that from a grim cyberpunk reality and turns it into happy-go-lucky fun place.
He does.
Fucking
pretty
whimsical
good.
Batman.
Because he would immediately figure everything out and just... He's Inspector Gadget.
Could you imagine if he had to fill in for what's the kid's name?
Damien?
Damien?
I know we're trying to stray away from it, but
That'd be
how
funny.
many prime day Ronnie Colemans versus Incredible Hulk? How many Ronnie Colemans does it take to beat a Hulk?
That's more power scaling.
I know it's classical and we're trying to get away from it, but it's something that popped up in my head.
Fair enough.
And we have like a real life version of extreme muscle.
I
And I want to
mean,
compare it to literally the manifestation of muscle.
no hate to Mr. Roid Rage. No hate at all. I will say, I don't think there's any number.
1 billion Ronnie Colemans
I still
versus
don't think...
one Hulk.
It's unfortunate because you just have to admit, like, comic book characters are busted at a certain point.
Yeah.
But the Hulk's upper strength is ridiculous, and I don't think you can coordinate well past a point. So, like, the Hulk can blow up planets bigger than Jupiter. So, yes, you could have billions of Ronnie Colemans making a planet,
We need
but
a bigger,
would they be able
bigger
to, like...
Ronnie Coleman planet than Jupiter. Understood.
Well, no, but, like, they wouldn't be able to coordinate and attack the
That's
Hulk
true. It's
effectively.
It's like the Lions. It's just, it doesn't work.
Yeah, like a billion lions couldn't beat the sun. A trillion lions couldn't beat the sun, you know? You could have several quadrillion Ronnie Colemans, and none of them
Beat
could
one
ever
Hulk.
beat one Hulk. Yeah.
That's a real shame.
That's why we're talking about mysteries, because it's funny.
Okay, let's go back to the Death Note thing. What if a person doesn't have a name?
I mean, I guess they can't be killed by the Death Note.
There we go. So, anyone with no name, just no diffs, anyone with the Death Note.
What if his name is Nobody?
That doesn't work. That's not how that works. We actually had a guy named Nobody on the Demonic Bussy Pirate.
Did the Death Note
Crew.
take him out?
No. Again, he was the cook. He'd actually used the Death
No,
Note
that
to
was
like
Mr.
write
Death Note.
recipes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Mr. Death Note.
What fictional character do you guys think would immediately solve Murder on the Orient Express?
Huh?
It's a really classic story.
Sorry.
To
Haven't
summarize, there's a train car, right? There's I think 6 people and a world-class detective on the train car. Person number 6 gets murdered. The lights go out and they die. And they have like several injuries that don't really make sense and aren't consistent. And the detective spends the entire book going through it. And I'm going to spoil it right now, so if you've never read it, you should...
Haunted ad train.
No, the plot twist is everybody on the train hated that person and schemed to kill them. Because he had sexually abused, like, a few people. He had, like, bankrupted a few people. Like, he had deeply wronged everybody on the train. So when the lights went out, they all tried to murder him. And they all succeeded. But he had, like, inconsistent injuries, and
I
none of them
see.
worked as suspects because it didn't match up with any one of them. So the big twist is all of them killed him. Who do you think just instantly solves that mystery?
Okay, this is gonna be a really cheap cop-out, but Batman.
I guess Batman would, yeah. So
Like,
would Sherlock Holmes.
immediately.
So would
Anyone that
Sherlock
can time
Holmes
travel?
or L. Time travel,
Anyone
really.
that can time
Like, you
travel,
would
'cause
take
they
a
can just go
book
back and
to a
see it
pamphlet.
happen.
They couldn't because the lights are out. Time travel does not...
Night vision and time travel.
Which character are you rocking up with night vision and time travel?
Perry the Platypus.
Ghost from Modern Warfare with a time machine.
No, Ghost.
Phineas and Ferb.
I mean, hey,
Ghost
We've
and
seen
Doc
Phineas
Brown.
and Ferb with both a time machine and night vision goggles, so
I-
technically yes.
I guess Phineas and Ferb would probably
So Perry
solve
the Platypus.
Murder on the Orient
Phineas
Express.
and Ferb are way more OP than we're giving them. Let's be real. They could literally invent any gadget they need to like win a fight.
I'm pretty sure Phineas and Ferb beat MCU Thanos. But
Yeah,
that's,
they
Do
haven't
they
constructed in
fall under
time
the
to beat 'em.
Batman thing where they have to have prep time?
Phineas and Ferb with prep time busted as fuck. But like base Phineas and Ferb are also really strong. They just
They can kind of just pull shit out of their ass like a GTA inventory. And they just kind of have it.
yeah. I mean that And also, they're just really fucking smart and good at using their surroundings, like we see in the Across the Dimension movie. Even when they're without their inventions or tools or prep time, they can just take out giant killer robots and like fly from skyscrapers and shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that's generic power scaling. How would they solve the murder at the Orient Express? Would they build a time machine to do it, or would they just...
They could build a time machine, but I feel like they'd go with style points. So, like, maybe what they do, and it'd be really morbid, is they prop the dead body up, and then they swing it around, and they see how it would, like, hit people. They just attach it to a mannequin and just, like, have it swing around.
I feel like that's
They
not
just
in the
attach it
spirit
to
of
the
what they
ceiling
do.
fan in the
You
train
kind of
car.
have to already know that, you know, the dead person is,
I bet
the
what they
culprit.
do is they're like, hey guys, so we built a time machine, but there was like a bunch of consequences and we had to like plug it in. So instead we built a time camera. And they show them the picture of the past, and it's like, hey, it looks like all of you killed him.
Wow, would you look at that?
Hey Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Dude, imagine Dr. Doofenshmirtz pulls up with the bruised limb-inator, and it just scans for, like, limbs and how they were damaged.
Actually, Dr. D is a good one to talk about, because Perry the Platypus goes really easy on him by always getting out of the trap, falling for the trap, and self-destructing the inator.
Mm-hmm.
Most heroes would kill or imprison him, and I think Dr. Doofenshmirtz, due to his role, usually loses to everyone. So who do you guys think is the funniest person who would go the absolute hardest on Dr. D for no reason? I'm thinking the Powerpuff Girls.
Dude, they curb stomped the hell out of Mojo
They like
Jojo.
beat him half to death. Oh. It's sad to imagine, but
No.
like he'd start monologuing and think they'd fall into the trap, and they just blow the trap up and then
blow
beat
him
him
up.
half to death.
I would like to insert one Deadpool.
Deadpool? But Deadpool's aware of the continuity and universe he's in, so if he had like a contract on Dr. D, he'd probably be like, hey, you want to make me a chimichanga-inator so I can leave you alone? Wacky fourth wall break.
Plankton.
What about Plankton?
I'm just saying, he'd probably be like, oh yes, I'm here to take notes.
I went to college.
Actually,
They would make a great team.
They would make a funny team up, but in the SpongeBob universe, like who do you think could go into the SpongeBob universe and get the secret formula for the Krabby
secret
Patty?
formula?
Yeah. Who's the best agent to retrieve that? Who just destroys that?
Probably an Asian cook,
Again,
because he just fry up Mr. Krabs and
Gordon
and then
Ramsay.
he just gets in.
Gordon Ramsay
we
would
send
get
Gordon Ramsay into the Krusty Krab.
it. He'd taste it and be like, I
He
know the
tasted and
exact recipe.
replicated it in like 5
Anyone
minutes
with a
flat.
refined palate would do.
Okay, that'll work. I was thinking someone who could actually steal it, so I was thinking Aquaman.
Yeah, but he just be like,
we've
go
all
get
seen-
me the recipe. And then Mr. Krabs would be like, yes, my beloved. And then he'd pull it out of the safe. Mr. Death Note would go hard. He'd just write Mr. Krabs.
What's the DC Aquaman or the Marvel Aquaman? Namor?
Namor has
Sorry,
a
Eugene
Namor.
Krabs.
Namor has a completely different power set than Aquaman.
I know, but he's not necessarily the reflection. It's the Marvel flavor
Right.
of the Water Man.
Completely different power set.
The Water Man.
Listen,
I didn't
Aquaman-
Are you
say.
talking about
I didn't say
Waterboy? Are you talking
Aquaman,
about
I
Adam
just said
Sandler
the
from that
dude
one
from
film?
the water.
Listen, Aquaman has hydrokinesis,
Your mama.
telepathy,
Your mama.
mind control that
Your
works
mama.
specifically well on sea creatures, but works on anything.
The dirty bubble.
Increased strength and speed.
The dirty bubble could go get the
Okay, yeah,
secret
because
recipe.
realistically, he could just fucking, like, we've seen pictured multiple times in universe that the dirty bubble can fit through cracks, like, microscopic size.
Do you think that's the
He
plot?
could just pop in through the safe.
Is that the plot of the next SpongeBob movie? Is the dirty bubble gets the secret
He could,
formula?
It depends.
And,
'Cause
like,
he
it's a
has to get in
chase-
and then open the safe because he can't like creep in through the cracks of the safe and then creep back out because the objects inside of the dirty bubble don't apply by the same physics. He can't just shrink them
he
down
also
like that.
can't creep in because I bet it's a watertight safe.
No.
That could be it. Well, I don't know if it would do that because Mr. Krabs, it's already in a bottle. Why would you want an airtight vacuum in there? Explode.
Well, a
No.
lot of safes are airtight. That's why if you get locked in one, there's a chance you suffocate.
Well, it's fair, but like, why the fuck would sea creatures need that?
I don't know. Mr. Krabs doesn't want anyone stealing his
either
formula.
way,
Money,
dirty-
money, money.
Dirty Bubble sneaks in through the floorboards, correct?
Mhm.
He gets into Mr. Krabs' office. He goes, and he like twists the lock open, and he's got it.
So you're saying Danny Phantom,
Danny Phantom
is
could
the
do it.
ideal thief for the secret formula?
Honestly, yes. He
Danny
just-
Phantom, hold on, he can like take things through walls with him.
Yeah.
He's good. He wins. So
I guess Kitty Pryde from X-Men could too.
anyone that can make portals too. it's like-
Chell from Portal.
Yeah.
The portal gun. Wait, doesn't the portal gun only work on moonstone tablets?
Yeah, it's only portable
if
surfaces.
the safe happens to be made of moonstone, then yes, Mr. Death Note.
Actually, on the topic of power scaling mysteries, I bet the best way to speedrun both of the Portal games is if you were playing as Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
You just lose the point of the game.
His power set is just I can teleport to where I can see. So he just goes and the game
And
is
the game's
over.
Done. No clip enabled.
I'm imagining GLaDOS's sassy ass just complaining about Nightcrawler.
He's banned.
Jeez.
What character do you think would get along with GLaDOS?
Cuck chair gaming.
Like, is there a character in fiction that GLaDOS from Portal would like enjoy the company of?
Darth Vader.
Really? I feel like she'd just give him shit. She'd be like, "Ah, yes, you'll find this puzzle is harder than killing the child soldiers you did that one time."
Yeah, I bet she would get along with that one guy from the Portal Radio 10-hour loop at like 5
Shut
hours
the
and 18
fuck
minutes
up!
in.
Shut the fuck up about that guy farting on the radio loop to fall asleep too.
Oh shit, I'm doing push-ups. Oh, I can't do anymore. I think they would get along.
Fair. Do you guys have any other like iconic mystery plots that could be solved by
I was
other
already
characters?
struggling to get the one mystery plot I had.
Oh, fair.
Um,
Trevor?
I'm thinking.
don't-
I could maybe cook up another one. You gotta give me a second though.
Okay.
You know, we went on such a tangent there, I kind of forgot we were on mysteries.
Yeah. I mean, like secret ingredient to Krabby Patties is like such a hard thing for Plankton to get a hold of. I bet everyone could
Also-
probably do it.
Also, while Trevor's cooking on that, I thought of another plot hook for the new SpongeBob movie. You remember back when they had the Evil League? Every villain is lemons.
Yes.
They just have them steal the formula, the whole group, kind of like the like all the supervillains teaming up.
Like the Sinister Six and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
All
got
of-
nothing. Head empty, cuck chair gaming.
I'm imagining some like horrible like list of communications happen, and somehow the every villain is lemons team ends up in a VeggieTales movie because they hire them thinking they're literal lemons for the VeggieTales movie. And Bob the Tomato's like, "Hey guys, what the fuck are you doing here?"
You know, it's wild as they were all vegetables and not fruit.
Hey, Bob is a tomato.
Back when it was made, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Or well, wasn't.
Bob
a
has
fruit.
always been a tomato, and
Well,
tomato has
and then-
always been a fruit. It didn't get reclassified, not once, not ever.
Hmm.
Listen, there's no scientific.
There's no scientific proof of these fucking nuts.
Okay, I've got another matchup.
Okay.
It's SCPs versus disabilities again. Hear me
Oh,
out.
jeez.
The one SCP that's at the bottom of the staircase. That's just like this amalgamous face that's like created entirely by the darkness looming at the bottom of the staircase.
Right.
Versus a wheelchair-ridden individual. It's like, first off, it's a tragedy they got down the stairs because they probably fell all the way down there. And also, how are they supposed to get back up? Like, at that point, do you think the entity would just, like, feel bad or something?
No.
Hear me
The
out.
entity probably gets off on the chase up the stairs. And if it's just, like, a dude if it's just Joe Swanson from Family Guy, I bet that big face is just gonna look down and be like, oh.
Listen, Joe Swanson be hustling. I bet he'd kick that thing's ass. Also,
I don't think he'd be kicking
also,
it.
I see you,
He
Joe
wouldn't be kicking
Swanson. I don't.
His feet don't work, motherfucker.
I see Joe Swanson versus that SCP, and I raise you one Professor X.
Well, Professor X probably solos. Well,
Yeah. Well, the idea is he falls down the stairs in his wheelchair, right? And the thing gets off on the chase, and he's like, "Well, what am I fucking supposed to do?" And Professor X just goes, "Wow," and like mind controls the thing.
Is this when he has the floating chair, or is it the actual wheelchair one?
Actual wheelchair.
Oh,
yeah, he fell down the stairs.
that just reminded me of the floating wheelchair from the new Doctor Strange movie. Have you seen the edit where they have...
How does that thing interact with stairs?
It probably like floats and hovers above
Well,
It just
them.
goes tunk tunk.
Here's the thing,
tunk,
yeah,
tunk.
if it goes tunk
No,
tunk
I
tunk
think
tunk to her,
it-
then it's probably kind of terrible to sit in.
God damn.
But the problem
was
is, if it
thinking
goes down
more-
at a slant, you just fall out of the chair. You have to have a seatbelt.
I was thinking more along the lines of it's
It
like a
looks like that.
roller coaster. Just goes... whoop.
Oh.
Dude, floating chair in real life.
Whew.
When it gets to the top, it go whoop. And then when it go to the bottom, it go whoop. You know?
Whoop.
Whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Anywho.
You know, that SCP was actually part of the demonic Bussy Pirates. He was kind of just like the guy we kept near the brig. He would scare all of our prisoners.
I feel like either Epstein or Diddy probably owned the demonic Bussy Pirates for a while.
Not ours. No,
It's
that's
like a
a different.
basketball
That's a different
team.
crew.
It's a basketball team. They got passed around.
No, we were the demonic Bussy Pirates. You're probably thinking of like the devilish Bussy Pirates. They're different.
The Seattle Bussy Pirates. Oh, yes. How could I forget?
Oh no, the Ohio Bussy Pirates.
Okay.
Is that the minor league?
Hey, wait. We don't have a crew name.
Hey,
Maybe-
don't say minor league here.
After everything we talked about, hell no. Look, we don't have a crew name. Ohio Bussy Pirates.
No,
No.
What about Complimentary Mania?
that's just us.
That's just us.
Well, that's the crew name now.
Well,
Well, let's hoist the flag.
Become chair managers once more.
all right. Well, this has been one of our episodes. Thank you so much for watching.
Yar!
Have a wonderful.
I'm gonna plunder your booty.
We're going to go sail the seas. Have a good night, everyone.
you were gonna pause it.
Bye-bye.